So you are co-host, and then as soon as I want to say Matt, I don't know, the TA shows up,
Yeah.
then he'll be host.
Okay, great. Michael's? Okay, terrific. Okay. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
I didn't even realize it was this weekend.
Yeah.
Hey there, Scott. Hey, Joanna.
Hi, Michael.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
We've got quite a few people signed up for this one.
Nice. Joanna, you made me host. I will have to make Scott host.
Wait, what?
You made me host. You had to make Scott host. No worries, I will make him host.
I think I'm supposed to make you host just for security reasons, so that you can kick people.
If if I can be host, I can be co-host. I can do that too. Scott, now you have to make me co-host.
Okay, hold on.
I got him. Michael's now co-host.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. All set. Hi, Jeff.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine. So thanks.
Good. Hello, Chip.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Good.
Fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
Great. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Scott.
Hi. Hi, Helene. Good to see you. Well, good to see your name.
Hi.
And Helen.
Good morning.
Okay. We have quite a few people for this one today, so I'm going to give it a few minutes to make sure everybody gets in. All right. Okay, there's Gail. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Gail.
How you doing, Scott? Hi, everybody.
I just went and took some candy photos.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we finally got those future ones up there the next couple of weeks.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Sunsets is the next one after next week. Next week's candy and then sunsets.
I love sunsets.
Yeah. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, sorry.
Oh,
How
no,
are
you're
you?
fine. Good. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you.
Good.
I'm really looking forward to today's class. Always something fun.
Oh, good. Thanks. Well, I will stumble my way through this one. This is something I've recently learned, so I'm still getting used to some of the nuts and bolts, but there are several options that I'm going to show you and do a few demos. And I'm going to give it just one more minute, make sure everybody gets in, and then get us started. Okay. And
What's
happy
Memorial
Memorial
Day?
Day weekend to everybody in the States.
I was just going to say, what is Memorial Day?
What's that?
What is Memorial Day?
Monday.
Every Monday.
And for some reason, my camera is being a little uncooperative, but okay. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and get us started. Hopefully this is a fun hour for you all. I'll go ahead and share my screen to get us started. My colleague Michael is here, and he'll be helping me monitor questions in the chat, and also helping with any difficulties you might be having with Zoom. So if you are having any Zoom issues, just go ahead and drop a note in the chat and we'll help you out with that. Okay. So a little bit about me for anybody who's new to any of my classes. I live in the Washington, D.C. area, Silver Spring, Maryland. And in addition to being a Get Setup guide, I do some freelance writing and photography. And I also dabble in multimedia presentations, more just for fun right now. But this gave me a good reason to dive into it a little bit more. And that's one of the reasons I love Get Setup. It allows me to learn a lot as I am leading classes. I love the interactive learning. I learn a lot from the other people who come into my classes, and I love our community building mission. So it's just a real privilege to be here. And we're here to help you. We learn from each other. We love it if we can see you on camera. One of our big goals at Get Set Up is to really develop some social connection. So that helps us do that when we can put a name to the face, or a face to the name in this case. So hopefully you'll be comfortable with that. And if you would like a recording of the class, we do record all of our classes for mainly for internal quality control purposes, but we are happy to provide that to you. Our email is help@getsetup.io. Just send us an email requesting the recording and we'll get that sent to you. If you are joining us by live stream, welcome. Glad to have you here with us. I hope you enjoy the class. The best way to participate, though, is to actually register for a class, and then you can ask questions right away of the guide and interact with the other learners. And lastly, Get Set Up isn't paid to promote any specific products. So any brand names that I mentioned today, any websites or anything like that, are just meant for informational purposes only, and not meant to be an advertisement. Okay. So what we want to walk through today is I'm going to introduce you to some desktop and a couple of mobile services for creating slideshows that you can add music to. I'm going to set it up so you can learn to build your slideshow and select the music accompaniment, whether from your own music files or some places where you can get them. And then we'll talk about sharing the slideshows as well that you create. You can share them online. So if there's anything else that you were interested in learning about this today, please go ahead and drop that in the chat. I'll stop for questions periodically and go over those with you so that you get everything you need to know answered. So here are just a few options out there. One is PowerPoint. And I think we think of PowerPoint as something you use when you have to make a presentation at work. It's much more of an office product. It is available with Microsoft 365 now, but PowerPoint does enable you to put together a slideshow with music. So you could just import your own photos if you want to do that, any other images you have, and show it that way. You do have to have a Microsoft 365 account, I believe, to use PowerPoint, but that is one option. The other one is Google Slides, and that is free. And I didn't finish this, but it includes templates as well and is pretty handy to use. And another one I'm going to show you, and I'm actually going to show you a finished project that I created on Canva toward the end of the hour. And it is a do-it-yourself graphic design website. We have a lot of classes around Canva because it is so versatile and multifaceted, but this is free and web-based, and it allows you to use their templates to create, and audio selections as well, to create your own video or slideshow. And there are some other options that I will list in the class notes that I send out before I dive into this for you. These are some others. I mentioned Canva and Animoto, Adobe Spark, and of course, if you're an Apple user, you have iMovie. I don't find these quite as user-friendly, and they usually end up putting a paywall in front of you for a lot of what they offer. Not so much Adobe Spark, but I just find it a little bit more challenging to use, but you can try that out as well. And of course, iMovie if you're an Apple user.
Did you say Canva is not user-friendly?
No, it's not Canva. It's Animoto and Adobe Spark. Canva's very user-friendly. Yeah. And then some mobile apps, if you want to just create something straight from your mobile device, you can use Canva for that. And as well as some of these others, as I mentioned, they are available for both. And there are some others that are specific to creating something like this. One is called Free Slideshow. And there's another slideshow that I've used a little bit, playing around with that. There's one that is specific to iPhone and iPad users. So you can only find it on the Apple App Store. It's called Pick, Play, Post. And then there's another one called Pixgram that is available only on the Google Play Store for Android devices. So each has sort of their own, staked out their own territory on this a little bit. But I am going to start by just showing you Google Slides. And I've been playing around a little bit with this, but I just want to walk through starting to create a slideshow. So I'm going to demo here, just creating maybe some slides of family pictures. If you wanted to create some kind of slideshow to share with your loved ones, just of family pictures through the years, this is where you would get started. You want to go to Google Slides. And if you've got a Google account, you can just do a search for Google Slides and set that up. And I have already started flowing some stuff in. So when I want to go to a new slide, I've set up a black background for this. And when you open up a new file, it allows you, when you start something, it allows you to change the background. So if you wanted to go with a green, I could do that on one slide, or I could apply that to everything. I'm going to take that back to black, stick with my theme. And from there, I've got some options here they also have templates if I wanted to go with a theme, as you see here on the side. I could just maybe go with something like this, and it would change everything. But I'm just going to backtrack to what I had before. So I then can go up here to insert, and I want to start inserting my own images. Now I can upload these directly from my computer. So I can drop in a new photo from the selections here for that particular slide, and I can center it. And then I go to the next one and I do the same thing. My other option is I could go to my Google Photos account. I don't think I have one set up on this particular Google address that I have, but I could use that if I wanted to. If it's connected to the account I'm using here. This is my Get Setup account. I don't have my photos loaded up there, but I can then go into a Google Drive. If I have that, you'll see I've got a lot of pictures here I could drop in. But again, I can always just get them straight from my computer. Okay. Okay. So you can flow your, Helen, I'm making sure I'm answering your question that you're looking for. You can get your photos, depending on what you're trying to create. A lot of people are going to want to create just a personalized slideshow of their own work, or maybe their family, just some family photos. But there are other sources if you wanted to create your own, or some using stock images, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if I wanted to add a stock image in here, I could go to several sites, and I will give you the names of those. One of them is called Pixabay. There's another one called Unsplash, and a few others. But I could just download royalty-free images from there and drop those in if I wanted to do that. And I can also insert text if I wanted to insert some text in here. Just create a text box, and I'm just to demonstrate it. And I want to, want to make sure I've got the right color here. I'm not sure where I get my, somewhere in here, there's an option for the color of your text, but I'm not finding it. But you can add text. And you can start to do a preview by going up here to present. This will just show you how the images are looking. And you can keep on building it, and it will stay here. You don't have to worry about walking away from it. You can come back to your Google account, get into slides, and be able to do this and go back to it essentially.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does this also allow you to set the time as to how long you see each image? I did work with another program, and it allowed me to like say, oh, I want that image to be 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Do you know if this does that?
You know, I thought it did, and I was trying to get it to do that, and I was really struggling. Now, I've used a couple of others, and it has allowed me to do that very easily. Like I set it to just stay up for maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then it moves on to the next. This one, I seem to only be able to get it to work if I actually click on my, I can control the, in fact, let me show you that. I can control the way they transition. If you go to transition, I'm going to apply this to all the slides, and I can go down and I can have it fade out. And that gets me started, but I just have not been able to get it to transition on its own.
Oh, that's okay. I just remembered it was.
Pretty sure you can do that. I'm pretty sure you can do that.
I would think you can. I just have, unfortunately, I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, I think it's like there's an option like you can sort of like publish it after you're done, and then it gives you a choice, like I think how many seconds you want between each one.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
I've been using, I guess it's Microsoft Video Editor, which I had stumbled upon. I didn't even know I could do that, and I liked that ability to, lengthen the amount of time you see each slide. But anyway, that's okay. I'm sure it does. It's just finding it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And maybe I haven't shared any of these yet or published, so maybe that's why. Thanks for letting me know about that, Helene, because that could, here it says publish to the web, so maybe that's where, okay, here's where we find it. Helene, you're a genius. Every 3 seconds.
I wish I was a genius, but I'm glad you found it.
Thank you, because I hadn't put the,
I don't do this very often, but I did see it. I wish there was an easier way, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well,
really
it's not real. It's not real intuitive, but at least we now know. Just get ready to publish it to the web, and that's how you can set the timing on the transition for each slide.
That's really interesting because I guess each program is different. Microsoft Video Editor allows you to set the timer before you publish it. So I think that's good to keep in mind that each program is going to be different.
Yeah. And, I think a lot of it comes down to which one works best with the way your mind works. People ask me sometimes what photo backup programs like Google Photos or Amazon Photos I would recommend, and it really does depend on how you like to work with technology. So
how did you get to publish from the web?
When you go to File,
okay,
it will give you this option right there, Publish to the web. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So the other thing that you can do is add some music. And I have some audio files that I've uploaded. And I got these from a royalty-free site. I'm doing that just to play it safe with copyright. So I've got a lot of music I've downloaded from iTunes and places like that. But just so I don't infringe on any intellectual property, since this is live streaming, I am just going to use this royalty-free music. The website is called bensound.com. And you can find any kind of instrumental music you want and some other audios. I'm going to, in the class notes, give you a list of 2 or 3 other sites like this that allow you to get royalty-free music. But I'm going to select that music. And I'm going to have it come on automatically. And I'm going to have it loop. You know what? I want to delete that because I didn't start it on the first slide. So let me do that again. All right. So I'll drop that in. And yeah, I'm going to have it start automatically. Want to hide the little speaker icon there. And I'm going to loop it. And that should set it all up. So that when I go to test it out, the preview, it should look like this. And here's an interesting question. Using more than one piece of music in the slideshow, I believe you can do that. You just want to make sure that it gets a little more tedious, I think, because you want to go in and I think you have to maybe select the slides that you want one piece of music to go with and then stop and then go to the next to start a new piece of music. And if you would like to download this, you can do that. Here it allows you a few options, one of them being Microsoft PowerPoint. You can download it that way if you want. And I'm going to show you another one that I was working on, and I'll play this for just a couple of minutes. This is a series of nature photos, some of which are mine, some of which are some other photographers. And I started working on this earlier today, as a matter of fact. And again, same thing. I just keep dropping photos in here. I can add, if I want to add a slide, I just go down here and I can go up to this plus sign. And it allows me to add in a blank. And here is another option. I have a Google Drive with photos in it. So there are all kinds of photos here, and I can just drop these in and scale them one by one. Do the same thing again and continue to select what I want to show. And here's what I've got so far.
Also, Scott, can you show us how you can change the photo sequence?
Yes. In fact, let me stop for a minute and I'll show you how to do that. If you wanted to move the photos around, very easy to do. Let's say I want to trade here and I want to move that one. I can also just slide these up like this. So really easy to change those around. And all right, here we go again. I'll show you what I've got here with the music I added. Okay. And I can just keep going, do a whole slideshow like that. So that's just one to show nature photos. But if you're wanting to just do a family album, video, slideshow album, something like that, very easy to do. So questions I can answer on this.
So if you have one song, can you have it transition so the slides last the length of the song?
Okay, so in other words, okay, I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're asking, Gail. So if you want to have it transition from one song to the next, or
No, this way you have one song, but you want your slides to take the whole song.
oh, yeah, if you wanted to run it through the whole song, you would just keep adding slides. And I think you can see the length of the song when you download it from that site. And I'll show you that website too, where I got this.
You can't set it to automatically adjust.
I think you can. I think when you set that publish to the web, it might allow you to do that. Maybe not. Now, I'm not sure if it lets you time it like that. That's the one thing I've had trouble finding out on a lot of these is that, yeah, you want the music to fade out when your slideshow's done, and that's been a little bit challenging.
Can you show me how you change the order of the slides again?
Sure.
I couldn't quite follow.
I'm over here at the side, and I'm clicking. I don't know how well you can see it on the Zoom screen, but I've clicked on this one, so it's got a little orange circle around it.
Yes.
And I just am sliding my pointer up and moving it.
Got that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
God, is looping, what does that mean? That means the music will just continually play over and over again?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as a slideshow goes, that's pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I don't know if I present it from here, no, it's not playing it.
There's just one question in the chat. Feel free to address it when you can.
So text and picture on a same slide, you bet. So let's say I want to put a title to this. I can go up here to insert, and there is a text box. And I'll just overlay the text box like this. And I'm going to put nature photos. And from there, I can choose what font I want to use. They've got a few options for me. And I can change the size of it. And I can change, if I go over here to these three dots, it opens up some other options for me. So I could change this to italic type. And I can center it within this text box. And I can then, I think I can animate this. Looks like I can have it fade in. And from there, I can also change the color. Again, I'm going to go up here, going to go to, say, maybe a nice dark green. And there I've got text overlaying it.
Scott, I have a question.
Sure.
So I'm thinking like if you had all your nature pictures here in the slideshow in a folder on your desktop, and you were going to use all of them in your slideshow, do you still have to go through and do it one by one here when you add them onto the slideshow, or can you like make one big dump from that folder?
You can dump those into your Google Drive. If you have a Google Drive, you can do all that at once. But in terms of putting them onto each slide, if there is a way to do that, I have not found it. I've just been able to do it only on a one-by-one basis.
Okay. I just thought if you had,
Yeah, I mean,
you can change the order and stuff like that, instead of one at a time.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Helene points out too that you could probably, in addition, I'm just seeing if there is a cut and paste option here. You can also cut and paste if you want to move a slide around too. Yeah. All right. So that is Google Slides. And I do want to show you one mobile option before I go to Canva. So let me open up my phone screen here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go to Slideshow. This is free to download. And when you're ready to start a show, you can go into your photo library on your phone. I created a little food photography library for a food photography class I'm teaching. And I am going to go ahead and drop all of these in no particular order. And when I'm done, it's all set to go. And then I can add music. And in here, I'm not going to add any music because of that copyright. I've got a bunch of iTunes here, so I could just open up my songs and there's everything. I could drop that in. It does offer you compilations, the whole bit. But here's what the slideshow will look like.
Scott,
Yeah, Emily.
I can do the slideshow on the computer, but I never did it in my iPhone. So I have to download an app of slideshow.
Yeah. And this one is available on both the Google Play and the iTunes store, or the Apple App Store. So you could download it on either one, no matter what kind of device you have.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And if you want to increase the time that it stays, you just slide this dial up a little bit. And you can play with the transitions. Some of it is behind a premium option. Most of it is, as a matter of fact, but you can just use fade and it'll just fade out. And when you're ready to add your music, you've got your little slideshow. So this one's pretty easy to use. So just to show you the icon for that. It's right there. So you can look for that in the App Store. Okay. And
Scott,
yes, Emily.
is it easy to do with the iMovie to give a presentation or the iSlide? I mean the slideshow.
You could do it with iMovie if you're more comfortable with that too. Yeah, I think either one of them. I think Slideshow is a little easier and faster. Oh, for a presentation? For a presentation, I would probably use iMovie or PowerPoint or Canva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here is Canva. Oh, thank you, Helene. Helene, just I'm gonna bring this up real quickly. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna play that right now, but I am copying this link for myself, and I will include that in the class slides, so that or in the class notes, so that you have that. Oops. But there is a way to just drop those in pretty easily. Okay. All right. So anyway, we are here at Canva, and this, as I said, allows you to do all kinds of things, but I am going to go to slideshow video, which will allow me to access all of the templates they have if I want to use those. And you'll see here, say it's a wedding slideshow you want to do with pictures of the couple or pictures from the wedding. You can get these little animated options here. And
do you know, I haven't used Canva a lot. I've just, I mean, I created a free account, but I just not used it a lot.
Yeah.
But what's hard for me with the templates to understand is which pieces are customizable. Like, how do you know which template is going to fit for what you need?
They are pretty much all customizable. So if I say did not like these items here, say I didn't like the color scheme, maybe I want to go with instead of this background, I want to go with a pink or something. I could go up here and go with something like that, just playing on the color palette here, and I could change the color of this as well. Maybe make that a darker pink or something like that. And from there, any of these I can change. Let me go back to that cover too. If I wanted to add in another element, if you go over here to where it says element, there are a variety of graphics you can add, but some of them are animated. So if I want to say, put in bouquet, wedding bouquet. There's one that I could drop in here. And it is animated. I don't have to use the animated one. They have some still ones as well. I can move it over. I can reduce it in size. And I've customized it for myself. And I'm not limited to one either. I could drop in wedding rings too, like this. And then I have everything set up for me. All the pages are templated, but I can change them any way I want. Same way. The Canva does have a premium version that costs something like, it's a pro account, and it costs something like $13 a month. But if you really, you can also buy some of these. If you see this little crown here, that means it's free for anybody who is a pro user. If you are not a pro user, what will happen is it will come up here giving you this option, and you can remove the watermark and buy it a la carte for just $1. So if you don't want to pay for a monthly pro account, but you do want to, say, occasionally buy some of these premium graphic images, you can do that very easily. So it's very flexible. People who use Canva really love it. But that's all there is to it with that. And if you have anything of your own, say there's a photo, you're not going to want to use this photo because it's not anybody you know, but you can go in here and go to uploads, and anything that you have. Let's say this is a couple that have known each other for a really long time, and they're going back to how we met. And you put that up there, and you can start customizing it yourself. The other thing, if you go back up to elements, that I think is really cool, it offers you different frames that you can use. Now, there we go. If you go scroll down here, you'll see frames. Maybe I don't want to go with just your standard square frame. I want to go with something a little different. I've got several options here, but say I'll just go with something like that. So I create this frame and I drop the photo right in there, and I can move that over so it's centered and move that in like that. And if I want to enlarge it, I can do that.
There's just one question in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Good question, Helene. What you would do is it does interface with Google Drive, not Google Photos. And I don't know why it does that. But here, if you have some new images that you want to bring in, just go to Upload Media. And if you click on that, you can import them from Google Drive or from your Instagram account or from your Facebook account. And also, if you have things stored on Dropbox, you can do that, or directly from your computer. And if you're doing it directly from your computer, you can also just open it up on your computer and drag and drop it right in here too. So that makes it really easy. And to add music, if you scroll down here, they do offer you some music selections. Some of them are part of a pro account, but they do have some free ones that you can put in here. Like that. Can you what? I'm sorry, Gail.
For audio, could you search like free resin?
Yeah. So you've got these free options, but you can also, you want to bring in your own, you can drag and drop an audio file in there too. So you can use your own music. And if you have videos, you can drop a video in there too. Anywhere in here. You could have a mix of video and still pictures.
All right, so can you change the print size from 8:1 to something smaller? Say for like an invitation or postcard.
Okay, so these aren't really for print necessarily. They are more for a video, an online presentation or a video presentation. So the size is going to be pretty standard for a video presentation. Canva does allow you, if you're printing cards on here, to alter the size. Yeah. And Gail, looking here at their audio files, and they do have a few up here, but I don't know if they have anything.
Ambient sounded relative, like it might have.
It might, yeah, that might be ambient music, but.
This is headset license search audio and it will tell you.
Yeah, the other things, I'm going to say tropical noises just as a search topic and see what happens. And it gives you tropical music, but well, here we go. Transcendental wind. See what happens here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so some of these are music files, but it looks like they do have a few ambient sounds in there that you could get. That's a monsoon. Yeah. So you do have some options there, yeah.
Is the free account only good for like 30 days, Scott?
No, the free account you can use indefinitely. And anything you create on here, you can come back to. So you could work on a little bit of it, take a break, come back to it a few days later, and it will still be sitting on your account.
Okay.
So here is an example. This is what I just started, right? It's still sitting here. I'd have to go in and deliberately delete this to get rid of it. So once you start an account, which is for free, the pro is really for some of the images that they just put behind a paywall, and they'll try to upsell you every now and then. But you know, I've been using this for 2 years and I have never bought a premium account, and I've been able to do quite a bit.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. I can show you real quickly just one example of what you can do. This is a little video presentation I created, or slideshow, but it's a mix of video and still photography. And let me see if I can get it set to play. Here we go. This is about a couple minutes long. Okay.
But Scott, when you add a video, does it automatically lengthen how long that slide shows?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can get videos that they have here. I mean, I was just using stock art and free stock art and video. But if you've got your own videos that you've taken with your smartphone or even with a digital video camera or anything like that, you can upload those easily right here and drop those in. Videos, they have a place for your own videos to drag them in there. And so those are all your options. And I think there are some other, if you go up here, it'll show you the transitions that you want, like the timing from one to the next. And you can download this and share it, or you can go here and share the link. It'll give you a option to copy and paste this, and you can just drop it into an email, or you can share it directly to Facebook or Twitter. Yeah. So.
But it's sharing a web page, so right, it's not like the person doesn't have to have any kind of player on their phone or anything.
Right. They do not have to. They don't have to have any special software in order to view it. Yeah. Okay.
Scott?
Yeah, Emily.
Did you say when you want to add another picture or video, do you just slide it into the right-hand side?
You can either go to upload media,
okay,
and drop it in that way through any of these sources, or I could, let me see if I can find a photo just to drag in here. Yeah, I could just drag and drop this right in.
Okay, so easy to do it this way.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Now, once you upload media, is there a way to edit it on Canva?
That's a good question. I would imagine, I've never uploaded most of these videos I got right here from Canva. I've never tried to do that with a video. I'll have to test that out to see. I know you can do that with the images. If you've got any images that you want to edit that you've uploaded, it does offer you the option to do a little bit of editing. If you call it up, you'll see here you can crop it. So, yeah. And no, Helene, I don't believe there is a space limit on this. I've never gotten any kind of indication that there is. So. But I'll look into that, Gail. I know I'm going to see you plenty of times again, so I can let you know. Yeah. So, okay, we're at about the end of the hour. So I just want to let you know, here are those other royalty-free music sites, and I'll include those in the class notes. Just want to show you the key takeaways. You can create these slideshows on your desktop. There are also programs for mobile devices. You can also add video clips to the slideshow on some of the platforms. Most of them enable music to be added to them, and many allow you to upload. Most of them actually allow you to upload your own music. You can also find royalty-free music online, as I just showed you, and it's easy to share these, often directly from the app. So if you create a video, any video like what I just did, or any slideshow, we'd love to see it. We just love to see what our learners are creating. So feel free to share that on your own social media. Maybe give us a shout out. Our hashtag is GetSetUp. or you can drop a line to Liz at getsetup.io. She is always looking for success stories. So, and loves to see what you're all creating, as would I. And related classes coming up. We have since I was talking about Google Slides, we have a Google Drive Basics class. There's also a class that focuses specifically on travel photos using Google Slides, how to share those. And then there's an interest group all about making movies, if you're interested in how movies are made. My next classes, I have one tomorrow on food photography. If you're interested in finding really creative ways to take pictures of what you make or what you order at a restaurant, and then another one on creating wall art for your home or office. You can do that very easily online, either by getting your own photos printed on different types of material like canvas or glass, metal, or coming up with some kind of design that you can create. And
Are you gonna have the Father's Day one again? I missed it.
yeah, we are. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And if you would like to participate, we now have a photo challenge of the week. This is just a social group that gets together every Friday. We share photos, and each week we'll have a different theme. So the photos will all revolve around that theme. And you get a chance to just offer any feedback or advice to any of the photos that people are sharing on this forum. And then we have some fun by voting for a winning image, and the top vote getter gets a Get Set Up t-shirt that we will send you. And this we've already hit the deadline for today's, but you are welcome to come and watch. Too late to add any photos for this week. This week's theme is cats, but next week is to kick off National Candy Month, which what June is. You can submit some candy photos. If you've got any kind of sweets lying around the house, or you want to go out and buy some and take some pictures of them, kind of dress them up however you want to do it, you can submit those to this email address. I will include a link to all the information in the class notes. They're due Wednesday, June 2nd at midnight, and then we'll get together on Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern to share. And again, we'll be meeting today to look at the cat photos if you just want to come to watch. And I'll be sending you the class notes with key takeaways, some links, also some other class recommendations, a link to the full schedule, and a link to the feedback form. Love to know. This is a relatively new class, so would love to know what you think about it, what you might suggest to make it even better. And also love to know other classes you'd like to see us present. And you can always invite a friend to join you for any class you book. We've set it up to be very easy for you. And lastly, if you want to host an interest group, you can now do that very easily from our website. It's at the top of the website, and it just allows you to type out a little application to let us know you're interested in doing that, or you can just email us at help@getsetup.io. You can also suggest a new class that way. And again, if you want a recording of this class, please just let us know at help@getsetup.io. So thanks, everybody. I enjoyed spending the last hour with you, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. Very good.
Okay. All right. Take care, everybody.